Compare, for example, Anita being quoted as saying it's frustrating to be known as a survivor of Gamergate, and then Brianna continuing to wear it as a badge of honor, to this day proudly touting her facing down the internet hordes as an achievement.
I'm a former game developer, and I think most people know me from Gamergate.
I remember during Gamergate, there was this expansionist thing that it wasn't enough to talk about the number of women we were hiring in the game industry. Now we had to obliterate whiteness as something that we were featuring in games. And I'm like, it's a little bit extreme, but we'll go along with it. So it was just one more step after another.
I'm not saying Brianna was never harassed or sent death threats, but the speed with which she not only entered the conversation, but went from nobody knowing her name to apparently needing to flee her house for fear of her life, all the while she continued speaking up, is so wildly at odds with what you see from Zoe and Anita. That's just a fact. You can take it however you want. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that she talks shit about them later in some DM.
So I played that entire bit just to show you that Gamergate was right. Literally, everybody said when this was happening, like, this person, nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows what they do. We've not even had a thread on them. I think when Brianna Wu was first starting to talk about getting doxxed and getting, like, he was already getting interviews with publications about being doxxed. And we had the capacity on 8chan to look at the archive of threads and make the determination that nobody, literally nobody on 8chan had talked about Brianna Wu before he was getting interviews. And everybody just didn't care. They just wanted to run with this fucking narrative. And he even says that. They wanted to run with the narrative of women in games being chased out. So they just ignored the fact that it was false. And that was Gamergate. That was the entire, crux of it. All these articles saying something that was not true, that undermined people. Dude, I can't stress enough. During Gamergate, all those young people who were active on Chan boards were completely unawake. They were asleep at the wheel, coasting through life, and they had no reason to doubt the meta-narratives of the world around them. And journalism was still essentially trusted by most people. And then all of these articles came together and colluded and lied just so blatantly in a way that could easily be refuted by experience and by looking at the primary source. And they lied in a way that propagated to Wikipedia and became the cemented facts about Gamergate. And you saw it in real time, this web of nepotism binding around you and trying to destroy something and make it something that it wasn't. And you were just like, how is this real? And of course it leads to this realization that if they're willing to lie about something as petty and stupid and inconsequential as video game journalism, what else are they lying about? And that became the Holocaust for many of those people. So if you want to know why a bunch of people my age and younger are completely unhinged and hate the media and hate the establishment, it is literally because a bunch of retards on the internet decided to lie about their fucking video game movement 10 years ago. That's what happened.
There's her appearance on Triggernometry, which is apparently a real name people chose to represent themselves and the brand they live by. Triggernometry is apparently a podcast hosted by British Ozempic Ben Shapiro and a horse what they done put a wig and glasses on. I realize I try to go by a rule not to insult people based on their appearances, but that is unfortunately superseded by my other main rule, no mercy for the British.
Base! Let's fucking go! American supremacy! Fuck the Angloids! Even the trannies are signing up to the army to drop parachute down on London and open fire. Suffer. Okay, that's it. You're now spared the trend segment. I hope you've enjoyed.